Hello my dear friends, welcome to Live Prep. In the previous lecture, we studied about the different concepts like ECG we studied, and also we studied about some concepts related to cardiac cycle also we have completed. So now in this lecture, we are studying some small important concepts. So first we are going with some blood vessels. So what are these blood vessels? If you are clearly observing this NCRT diagram, so here you can easily observe this particular content. And here very clearly they are talking only about what are the various layers that are present, and simply what is the major difference with respect to diagrams of arteries and veins. This is the diagram for artery, this is the diagram for the vein. And not only this, they have given a diagram even for capillary also. Observe these things. What is the significance of this particular information? That's it. If you understand this particular point is completed. Clear? And now we are slowly going into the concept here. So here they are talking about some layers that are present within the wall of this blood vessel. Whether it is artery or it is a vein, whatever it is having three layers. It is having three layers. Observe carefully. So this outermost layer, there is outermost layer. This outermost layer is called as tunica externa. External layer, external most. That's why it is called tunica externa. And below this is the muscular layer. Please remember, among the three layers, this is the thickest layer. This is the thickest layer. So this is the thickest layer and it is made up of muscles. Made up of muscles. That's why it is called as, it is muscular layer, and it is present in the middle one. Out of the three, this is the middle one. That's why it is tunica media, and it is a made up of smooth muscles. It is made up of smooth muscles. Very important. So please remember this. Since smooth muscles are present, these blood vessels can undergo contraction, relaxation. These things will again further they will change the blood pressure inside this. So in this way, flow will be affected. So these points are very important, because even though they have not mentioned in this particular chapter, when we study about excretory products and their elimination, in that chapter, to maintain the fluid volume and the pressures, and these are very important. We will study about this. So you will study that there are some compounds, they will cause blood vessel constriction, vascular constriction. Vascular means what? Blood vessels. So vessels constriction, vessels relaxation. So in this way you will study. So how these blood vessels can undergo contraction and relaxation? Because they are having the smooth muscles. When blood vessels undergo contraction, what happens? This lumen size will decrease. If blood vessels are undergoing relaxation, what happens? Lumen size will increase. So in this way, vascular constriction and then relaxations are also very important. So please remember, this tunica media is the middle layer that is having smooth muscles, and these are responsible for that particular changes. So in that particular chapter we will study. Here we are not studying, but this is the interlinking point, so please remember this. And then finally we are studying about the innermost layer. This innermost layer is the tunica intima. This is the tunica intima. Tunica intima. Okay. So out of the generally what are present here? Tunica externa is mainly a fibrous connective tissue. It is a fibrous connective tissue. Generally it is a fibrous tissue that is providing support. And the middle one is the tunica media. This is having the smooth muscles, so that with the help of these muscles it can help in contraction and relaxation of these blood vessels also. And the innermost is the tunica media. Generally it is having squamous epithelium. Generally it is having squamous epithelium. So in this way it is having the various layers. So in this way, blood vessel, whether it is artery or vein, whatever it is, these are the three layers. Outer tunica externa, middle tunica media, innermost is the tunica intima. That's it. But where we are exactly observing the difference here? In the case of artery and vein, what is the major important difference? Tunica media. Tunica media is very thick in the case of artery, but it is little bit lesser. Means it is overall, if you see, it is little bit thin in the case of veins. So this is one important difference. And now if you are observing, so now here it is having a space. This space is called as a lumen. General term, right? The space that is surrounded by something is called as a lumen. Nice. And please remember here, so what is the diameter of this particular lumen? If you are observing the diameter for this, I will show you NCRT diagram, you can understand this. This is the point you need to observe. This is the artery diagram they have given. This is the vein diagram they have given. Walls, if you see, The same 3 walls present here also, 3 layers of the wall present here also. But if you are observing this lumen diameter, observe this point, very, very important. The lumen diameter for the artery is less, whereas the lumen diameter for the vein is more. What is the significance of this particular one? For this lumen diameters, it is having 2 important points. First one, here muscular layer thickness is much higher. Muscular layer thickness is much higher. So why more thick muscular nature is required? Because please remember, from the heart, so generally arteries. Now what is the definition of this artery and vein? This is also very important. Already I told you. What are arteries? The blood vessels that are carrying blood away from the heart, they are all called as arteries. Please remember here. We will go with some general information. Artery and vein. What actually they are doing? Suppose this is the heart. Okay. There are some blood vessels that are carrying blood, away from the heart. So these are carrying blood away from heart. Please remember this one, very, very important one. Arteries are carrying blood away from the heart. For this there is no exception. Whereas veins will carry blood to the heart from various organs of the body. They are collecting the blood and they are sending it to the arteries, to the atria. Yes or no? So in this way, so please observe this carefully. So the blood vessels that are bringing blood to the heart are called as veins. The blood vessels that are carrying blood away from the heart are called as arteries. Please remember this. Now in this, if you want to say, you can say the word generally or normally or usually, this word you can say. Then you can say generally arteries carry oxygenated blood and generally veins carry deoxygenated blood. And what are the exceptions here? Pulmonary artery is the only artery that is carrying deoxygenated blood. Remaining all arteries are carrying oxygenated blood. Regarding the veins, if you are talking, only the pulmonary veins from the lung, they are bringing oxygenated blood. But remaining all veins, they are having deoxygenated blood. So generally the habit is, we are saying that arteries are carrying oxygenated blood, veins are carrying deoxygenated blood, but that is having exception. Pulmonary related, pulmonary artery is carrying deoxygenated blood and pulmonary veins are bringing oxygenated blood. So in this way there is a small difference. But if you say that artery is the blood vessel that is carrying blood away from the heart, this is correct. And vein is the blood vessel that is carrying blood to the heart, this is correct. For this there is no exception. See this aorta and all carrying out, they are going out of the heart and it is part of the artery, and pulmonary artery carrying it away from the heart. So these are arteries. And if you are talking about the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, coronary sinus, and they are bringing blood to the heart, and even pulmonary veins, they are also bringing blood to the heart. So in this way, veins are bringing blood to the heart, whereas arteries are carrying blood away from the heart. This is the important point. And now what we are talking about the diameter of the artery. See, arteries, they are carrying blood away from the heart, and that too, this blood is coming from the ventricles. Already we studied that ventricles are having more thick muscular layer, yes or no? So because of this, what happens? High pressure is created. So blood is flowing into these arteries at high pressure, very high pressure. So to withstand that pressure, the wall should be very, very thick. If the wall is not thick, blood vessel may rupture. That is highly dangerous. So that is the reason why the wall for the artery is thick when compared with the veins. Yes or no? This is the first important point. Second important point is, wall is thick and the lumen is little bit narrower. Narrow lumen is present. Because of this, pressure will be maintained so that it can send the blood even to the last organ. Suppose this is the heart, and if you are talking about the toes for the legs, so there also blood has to go. It has to travel so long distance. So the pressure has to be maintained, then only it can reach that. If pressure is not maintained, it cannot go, blood cannot reach the toes. then it is dangerous. So that is the reason why it has to maintain that pressure. So for that purpose, now this particular things are there. One is the thickness of the wall is more to protect the to protect the blood vessel from the rupture, and the second one is lumen diameter is less, so that pressure is maintained, so heart can send the blood even to the last organ, whatever is the farthermost that is present, until there also it can transport this particular blood. This is what the point is. What about the veins? In the case of veins, what the veins are doing, now observe carefully here. So here there is a sequence that is there. What is the sequence you need to talk? Suppose this is the heart. Suppose this is the heart. From the heart, arteries are going. Arteries are going, but actually initially the coming one is called as aorta. Now it is having so many branches. Some are taking blood to the upper part of the body, some are taking blood to the lower part of the body. Whatever it is the artery. Okay, so now these arteries, now again they will divide. How they will divide? They will divide into arterioles. Arteries will divide into arterioles. So in this way, so many arteries are there. Again, they will divide into arterioles, and again they will further divide, and finally they will again further divide into capillaries. Capillaries. Understand this? Capillaries. So in this way, now this is coming up to the capillaries. Now usually what happens in each and every organ, now these capillaries are present, and what is the important point for capillaries? Observe from the diagram. You need to observe from the diagram. That's why I'm showing the diagram. What is the important point for the capillaries? Now see here, they are writing about artery. All the three layers they have shown. Vein, all the three layers they have shown. But what about the capillary? In the case of capillary, outermost tunica externa, not present. Middle, tunica media, that is also not present. Only the tunica intima, innermost simple squamous epithelium is present. So in the case of capillaries, one simple example, already we studied this breathing and exchange of gases, and this is the alveolus, and this is the capillary, you are saying blood capillary. And what is present here? It is having simple squamous epithelium, single layer only. It is not having tunica externa, it is not having tunica media, it is having only the innermost layer, and that too it is having simple squamous epithelial cells. And what is the advantage with this? Gases exchange can occur very easily. Not only this, transport of many nutrients and many substances can occur very easily, because this diffusion membrane thickness is very, very less. So in this way, please remember, if capillaries also having all the three layers, can you imagine the easy transport of these things? No, we cannot imagine this. That is the reason why in the case of capillaries, only the innermost layer is present. Very, very important. You can clearly see from the diagram also. Please observe these things very carefully. So this is what the overall information you need to understand. So in this way, arteries are divided into arterioles, and finally they will divide into the capillaries. So here exchange of gases, everything is taking place. So until here, in general, we are saying that they are carrying oxygenated blood. Now here at the level of capillaries, exchange of gas is taking place. Now again, this will be collected by the venules. Venules. And now these venules will group together and they will form the veins. And these veins, they will finally open into superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Likewise, they are opening into vena cava. And this vena cava will again open into this heart. So in this way, arteries are divided into arterioles and then capillaries. And again, these capillaries will combine together to form venules, and then they are combinedly forming veins, and then they are connected with vena cava, that is pouring the blood into the heart again. In this way, it is closely circulated within the blood vessels only. Nowhere it is directly opening to the tissues. Always blood is going in this closed tube-like structures called as blood vessels. That's why human is having closed circulatory system. This is what the information we are saying. This is what. So with respect to veins, if you are talking, this is the part. With respect to arteries, if you are talking, this is the part. So what are the ones that are connecting both arteries and veins? Capillaries. Capillaries are connecting both arteries and veins. So in this way, we are dividing this particular information. So in this way, blood vessels are present here. And these are the various layers. Understood or not? And next important point we need to observe is the diameter for the vein is more. And please remember, heart is pumping the blood at high pressure. So in this way, because of this pressure from one side, now slowly blood is collected in the veins. So in this way, the movement of blood in the veins is slow when compared with arteries, because of two reasons. One is diameter is more, and second one, it is coming with low pressure. Because here in the arteries, heart is pumping at high pressure, that's why blood is moving with high pressure. But here it is moving slowly. When it is moving slowly, now there is a problem. Problem also you need to understand. Since here it is coming at high pressure, there is no problem of backflow in the artery. There is no problem of backflow in the artery, but there is a problem of backflow in the vein because the blood is already coming at very slow. Yes or no? The blood is collected and here the blood is moving very slowly. So there is a problem of backflow. So to prevent the backflow, what should be present? Valves should be present. So valves are present in the veins, but valves are not present for the arteries. So very, very important one. So please remember this. Valves are present within the veins so that they are preventing the backflow of the blood because blood is moving little bit slowly. So in this way, blood is always moving in one direction only. This is what the reason is. Clear? This is one important information that we need to understand. Nice. These are the three layers just now we studied. Now let us read the information. The blood flows strictly by a fixed route. So in a fixed route only it is always moving. There is no reverse flow or something. So always for all these blood vessels, even though they are branched, there is a fixed route. Please understand, in the NCERT they have not given. So from the aorta, for the various organs, various blood vessels are carrying this. The arteries only, they will divide and for each and every organ they will supply the blood. But please remember, since they have not given an NCERT, I am not talking about that. But one or two points I will tell you under the extra lecture information. Okay, so that I will tell you separately. Next one, the blood flows strictly in a fixed route through the blood vessels. Because of the blood vessels, always it is moving in a fixed route. Next one, what are these blood vessels? Arteries and the veins. These are the blood vessels. Basically, each artery and vein consists of three layers. Whether it is artery or vein, whatever it is, basically it is having three layers. What are those? Innermost lining is having squamous endothelium. Already we studied about this when we studied about exchange of gases. In the lungs, there are some capillaries that are present around this particular alveoli. That capillary wall is nothing but it is endothelium. That is actually part of innermost lining because capillaries do not have outermost and the middle layers. So this is what the point. In this way you can interlink this. And then this one is called, this innermost layer is called tunica intima. And then a middle layer that is made up of smooth muscles and also it is having some elastic fibers. That's why when the blood volume is increased, they can stretch little bit. So in this way this is useful. So it is having elastic fibers and also it is having smooth muscles, and this middle layer is called as tunica media. Media is the middle, and an external layer that is having the fibrous connective tissue that is mainly having the collagen fibers, and this is called as tunica externa. Please remember, innermost is tunica intima having the squamous endothelium. Middle layer is the tunica media having smooth muscles and also it is having elastic fibers. Okay, elastic fibers. And the outermost is having the fibrous connective tissue rich in collagen fibers. These are the three layers. The tunica media is comparatively thin in the case of veins. In the case of veins, tunica media is a little bit comparatively thin. This is what the information they have said. With that part is completed. Now we are talking about the double circulation. Already we studied about single circulation, double circulation. In the double circulation, we studied about incomplete double and complete double circulation also we studied. In the case of complete double circulation, we studied about the two names. What are those two names? One is called as pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Already we covered this. That's why I'm not giving further explanation. What is pulmonary circulation? The movement of the blood between heart and the lungs. Between heart and the lungs. Pulmonary means heart. So in this, that means deoxygenated blood from heart is passing through pulmonary artery to the lungs. From the lungs through the pulmonary veins, blood is again coming back into the left atrium. So this circulation, heart to lung and lung to heart, this particular part is called as pulmonary circulation. Then what is systemic circulation? From the left ventricle, oxygenated blood is going into aorta. From there it is supplied to the body parts, and from there deoxygenated blood is collected to the right atrium. So in this way, the movement of blood from the heart to the body parts and again to the body parts and the heart. And this particular cycle is called as, this particular part is called as systemic circulation. In this way, two names we are using. Already we studied about this. Clear? And finally, we are talking about the portal circulation. Regarding this, already I gave you the basic idea. When we studied about the digestion chapter, I made already two lectures. So please go through that. I told that this is very important. So what is this portal? Portal. Who is called as a porter? Porter is a person. Porter is a person who is carrying luggage. The one who is carrying the luggage is called as a porter. This is the general term we are talking. So now here we are using a term called portal circulation. Portal circulation. Portal circulation. Please understand this. What is this portal circulation? Generally what happens from the heart, now this oxygenated blood is going to a particular organ. It is divided into, it is going to different organs. Okay, this is organ 1, organ 2, like this. Now from this organ some veins will come, and from this organ also some vein will come, and these veins finally they will collect into vena cava. Finally they will connect into vena cava, and that is finally opening into this heart. Do you able to understand this? In this way, blood from the heart is distributed to various organs, and individually it is collected through veins, and all these veins will connect to vena cava, so that again it is coming to the heart. This is the general thing. This is the general thing happening in all majority of all the locations. This is applicable for all the organs. In some locations what happens, anyhow this is present. Along with this, there is another connection. There is another connection between two different organs. Anyhow, directly blood is going to those organs and it is collected. This is present. Along with this, there is another connection. In that connection, what we are saying, blood from this organ is going into another organ. There is some purpose there. So for that purpose, they are going there. And now this particular connection is called as portal circulation. So that means blood from one organ is going to another organ. So in this way, it is called as portal circulation. So in this way, definitely there are two organs. What is the organ 1? Organ 2. Organ 1 and organ 2. From organ 1, it is going to organ 2. Suppose from one to other, it is going. So it is the portal circulation. It is the portal circulation. Portal circulation. So in the higher organisms, so different types of portal systems are present. But when you are giving the names, how you are giving the names? Please remember this point, very, very important. I will write the names directly. When you are writing the name of that particular portal system, you are not writing both the organs. Names of both the organs are not written. Only one organ is written. I will write this. First, we are talking about hepatic portal system. Hepatic portal system. One is hepatic portal system. In this chapter, now we will read NCERT content also. There they mentioned hepatic portal system. Yes, very good. Next one is hypophyseal. Hypophyseal portal system. Hypophyseal portal system. You need to understand this. These are very, very important. Hypophyseal portal system. First question is it mentioned in NCERT in this chapter? No, it was not mentioned. Okay, nice. Was it mentioned anywhere in the NCERT in the form of a sentence? In the form of a sentence, they have not mentioned. But where they have given this? If you are observing the last chapter, that is called Chemical Coordination and Integration chapter, there we will study about hypothalamus. For that hypothalamus hormones, after that we will study about pituitary gland. Hypothalamus, pituitary gland. For that pituitary gland, just beside that, they have given a diagram. If you are observing that particular diagram, anyhow, I will show you the diagram also. In the diagram, they have mentioned a labeling. In that labeling, they said portal circulation. Portal circulation. What is that portal circulation? Hypophyseal portal circulation. So it is also part of NCERT. And then there is a third one, that is renal portal system. Renal portal system. Renal portal system. Like this, total 3 systems we are studying. First, tell me here. First, we will go with the names. In the name, what you are observing? Hepatic. Hepatic means it is liver. Liver. So even the 2 organs are there, only one organ name was there. Nice. Next one, hypophyseal. What is hypophysis? It is nothing but pituitary. It is a pituitary gland. It is pituitary gland. Okay. Hypophyseal portal system. Here also 2 organs are involved, but only one organ name was there. Renal. Renal portal system is having different organs, but here it is kidney only. Renal means it is kidney. So in this way, in the portal circulation names, in the original names, if you see, name of only one organ was given. Only one organ was given. And this is from organ. This is a from, and this is a to organ. From and to are there. Now tell me, Here we wrote only one organ name. So in the hepatic portal system, liver is involved, nice. But where you will write liver? Is it from liver or to liver? This is very, very important. Many students are making mistake here. If you understand for this, same logic is applicable here also. So here it is the to. In the case of portal circulation, if you are observing, it is the to. To liver, to the liver, to the liver it is coming. That's why it is hepatic portal. Now in the case of hypophyseal, it is coming to the pituitary. To the pituitary. Understood or not? In the case of renal, blood is coming to the kidney, to the kidney, to the kidney. So based on the two organ, we are giving these portal circulation names. But for the examination, from organ is also important. So from where? So hepatic portal system, it is starting from digestive system, various organs, digestive system, stomach, intestine. Likewise, from many of this, it is connected to liver. Next one, pituitary. And this hypophyseal portal system is starting from hypothalamus to pituitary. Pituitary is called hypophysis. Please remember this. That's why adenohypophysis, neurohypophysis we will study now. That is the hypophysis. Hypophysis is the pituitary. Don't think that hypophysis and hypothalamus are same. No, that is different. And renal is the kidney. To the kidney. From where? From the hind parts of the body. From hind parts like limbs, tail, etc. This is what the thing is. So in this way, you need to understand the concept that in the case of portal circulation, there are two different organs, minimum two different organs are involved. One is from, other one is the to. Name was given based on two organ. In the case of hepatic portal system, the blood from the digestive system is coming to the liver. Blood from the digestive system is coming to the liver. So here there is a vein that is called as hepatic vein. Hepatic portal vein. Hepatic portal vein. So anyhow this name you know, hepatic portal. Simply add the term vein. Please remember it is not called as artery, it is called as vein only because already from the heart directly it is getting the blood. From the heart directly it is getting the blood. From this blood is going to this. Yes or no? So that's why this will be considered as vein only. So in this way from the digestive system blood is going to this particular one. And this is called as hepatic portal vein that is carrying blood to the liver. At least this information is important. For other things, veins names are not needed, so leave it. So this is what the hepatic portal system is. So in this way what happens, from the digestive system, all these nutrients are absorbed. And now these absorbed nutrients, they are going to the liver. That is the purpose. And now liver will utilize majority of this and remaining things again it will send it to the heart. And from the heart again it will be distributed to the entire body. That's it. Nice. Hypophyseal portal system. From hypothalamus to the pituitary, you will study in the chemical coordination. Hypothalamus is releasing some hormones into this portal circulation. And this portal circulation is carrying the hormones to the pituitary. They will act on the pituitary and then they will decide whether pituitary should release hormones or not. Those things you will study there, but please remember this hypophyseal portal system. Renal portal system, from the hind parts like the hind limbs and also from the tail, it is collecting the blood and it is finally reaching the kidney. Nice. These are the three important types of portal systems we are studying in higher organisms. But my question is, out of these three, how many are present in human? This is the important question. Out of these three, how many are present in the human? Does human contain hepatic portal system? Yes, hepatic portal system is present in human. Next one, what about hypophyseal portal system? I said no, in the last chapter we will study. That means it is present in human. So this is also present in the human. So these two are present in the human, but this last one, renal portal system, is not present in human. Very, very important. We don't have renal portal system. So in the case of mammals, we are not observing renal. Remaining other vertebrates, renal is present. But renal is not present in the mammals. So renal is not present in the human. So renal portal system is not present. But hepatic portal system and hypophyseal portal systems are present in all the organisms. So they are present even in human also. This is what the thing is. So hepatic portal system from the various parts of the digestive system. So blood is coming to this liver. So that's why it is hepatic portal circulation. Now this is the NCERT as it is diagram, so observe carefully. This is the hypothalamus, this is the pituitary. So from the hypothalamus to the pituitary, there is a connecting portal circulation. This is the portal circulation. Which portal it is? hypophyseal portal circulation. This is present in human. Next one, renal portal circulation. Mainly we are studying in amphibians and reptiles, but even it is present in fishes also. It is present. So it is collecting actually the blood from the hind limbs. Hind limbs means legs and all, and also even from the tail also it is connecting. And finally, blood is going to this particular kidneys. Since the blood is going to the kidneys, it is the renal portal circulation. Clear? But it is not present in mammals. So this particular renal portal circulation is absent in human. Very, very important. So please remember this. And finally, the last small concept we are studying, this is regarding the blood supply to heart itself. If you are clearly observing the diagram, so generally what we are saying, so the aorta, from the aorta, okay, so from the aorta what we are saying, so aorta is coming out like this, and here actually it will have so many branches. It is having so many branches, and that list I don't wanted to tell you because unnecessarily it will complicate your understanding. So here in NCERT they are not talking about this. Why unnecessarily we will talk about this? But some information I will regarding this I will give under the extra information lectures. So if you want, you can go through that particular lecture. But in the regular lecture, I don't want to go into this. And here what they are saying is, aorta is carrying the oxygenated blood. From this aorta, it is having two branches. Okay, anyhow, these branches are separately. And here from this, there are some blood vessels. There are some blood vessels that are coming out of it. One is called as left side. This is the left side, right? So left main coronary artery. And on the right side also there is a right coronary artery. So in this way, left coronary and right coronary, C-O-R-O-N-A-R-Y, coronary artery. And these are the arteries that are coming from the aorta. From the aorta they are coming. And these are highly branched, so that they are going deep into the heart and they are supplying blood to heart itself. Please remember this. Heart is also having different layers, and these layers are also having different cells, and those cells also need the blood. Please remember, inside the heart, within this chamber, whatever the blood is there, so all the cells they cannot directly use it. So that's why there should be a separate blood supply. There should be a separate blood supply to those particular cells. So that's why heart itself is also having this particular blood supply. So in this way, these arteries, they are undergoing the branches, and finally here also you will see the again the capillaries, again they will form the veins, and all the veins will collect, and finally oxygenated blood is supplied through these arteries, and finally deoxygenated blood is collected through veins, and finally they are opening into the right atrium through sinus, coronary sinus. Already we studied about this. They are all opening into the right atrium through coronary sinus that is carrying deoxygenated blood from heart itself. So in this way, for the heart also there is a separate blood system, supply system is present. At least this point you please remember, that is enough. Clear? Now let us go to the NCERT content. As mentioned earlier, the blood pumped by right ventricle enters into the pulmonary artery, whereas the left ventricle pumps the blood into the aorta. Already many times we studied about this point. The deoxygenated blood pumped into the pulmonary artery. Deoxygenated blood is going into pulmonary artery, and that is passing into the lungs. From the heart it is going to the lungs, from where oxygenated blood is carried by the pulmonary veins to the left atrium. So in this way, deoxygenated blood from heart is going to lungs. From the lungs, deoxygenated blood is coming to the heart. This is what they are saying in simple. This pathway constitutes pulmonary circulation. So this particular part is called as pulmonary circulation. Next one, the oxygenated blood that is entering the aorta is carried by network of arteries, arterioles, and even capillaries to the tissues. So in this way, from the heart, oxygenated blood is going to the tissues, where the deoxygenated blood is collected by a system of venules, veins, and vena cava. So from the tissues, deoxygenated blood is collected by this particular one and emptied into, that means again finally released into the right atrium. So, and this particular part, heart to tissues and tissues to heart, and this is the systemic circulation. So in this way, pulmonary circulation, systemic circulation, two circulations are there. That's why it is called as, this is the two circulations, and that too, blood is passing two times through the heart when you are comparing from tissues to tissues. That's why it is the double circulation. Next one, the systemic circulation provides nutrients, oxygen, and other essential substances to the tissues, and takes carbon dioxide and harmful substances away for the elimination. So this is what the function of this blood circulation. Next one, a unique vascular connection. Vascular connection means blood connection existing between digestive tract and liver. Between the digestive tract and the liver, that means between digestive system and liver, there is a separate blood supply is present, and it is called as hepatic portal system. This is the hepatic portal system. The hepatic portal vein, the one that is carrying blood from these two, is called as hepatic portal vein. Carries blood from the intestine to the liver. Digestive system, that is the intestine, to the liver it is carrying before it is delivered to the systemic circulation. That means from there it is taking to, from the intestine it is carrying to the liver, and again this liver will be connected to the main systemic circulation, so that again it is going into the heart. This is what they are saying. Next one, with this that part is completed. Next one, a special coronary system, coronary arteries, veins, all these are present, coronary sinus, all these are present, no? So a separate coronary system is, system of blood vessels is present in our body exclusively for circulation of blood to heart, blood from heart. Cardiac musculature. So cardiac muscles, they are continuously working, they are never stopping working. Please understand this. Always they have to contract, or continuously they are undergoing contraction, relaxation. This is a continuous process. So for them they need so much of energy, nutrients and many things. So heart itself is having separate system, separate circulation, blood circulation, and that particular one is called as coronary system. So please remember this. With this particular part is completed, and in the next lecture we can go with regulation, diseases, summary and all the things. Okay, so with this particular lecture is completed. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.